My name is Sharon Huizinga. I'm a homeschool mom of 4 and a Homeworks by Precept consultant representing BJU Press Homeschool materials. Today I'm going to give you a look inside of Pathways to Preschool. This curriculum is geared towards 3-year-olds, and in your kit you'll receive a teacher's edition, an activity packet, which is this book here, and a Hoppy Tunes CD. Your child is sure to love the CD. My son is always begging to play his BJU Press Homeschool CDs, even at quiet time when he's reading his special books on his bed for quiet time. I hope that you will enjoy your tour. Let's go take a look inside. This is the Pathways for Preschool Teachers Edition. This program is designed for 3-year-olds, but it's certainly flexible. You know your child best. Take a look through with me and see if this may be a good fit for your little one. The front matter or introductory section of all BJU Press Homeschool Teachers Editions are chock full of helpful information, whether you're doing video courses or a parent-led course like this one. I'd encourage you to take the time to read it and become familiar with it. It'll really be a great help to you. Here are the lesson features for Pathways to Preschool. This is a sample of Unit 7 for February. Each unit is for 1 month. You see, we have the unit opener here, which shows you the unit focus. This 2-page spread lists suggested field trips and special days and provides an overview of the skill focus for the unit. In addition, the opener offers center activities that correlate with and extend the themes for interactive learning. So we've got the unit focus here and centers, and we'll go over that more later. Here we have in the big red barn, right here in red, this teaching time is part of the lesson when the children gather for group instruction. Now, obviously, this is a homeschool curriculum for us homeschoolers, and we really don't have, well, some of us might, but most of us don't have several preschoolers doing this at once. I have had a really good time doing this with all of my small children, whether they're in preschool or not, with my toddlers, with my kindergartners, even with a 1st or 2nd grader that's enthusiastic about it. You can just get together and talk about the day's weather, do calendar time, and all that kind of thing that doesn't need to be exactly like it would be in a classroom, but can be a lot of fun and really is a great thing to discuss. So here, that brings us right to Let's Discuss. Discussion facts provide opportunities for engaging the children in conversation to expand vocabulary and knowledge. Rhyme time. Nursery rhyme visuals and action rhymes, finger plays, poems, and songs extend the theme and help develop language skills and auditory discrimination. I know my toddler right now is very into rhymes and songs, especially nursery rhymes. That's one of his favorite books right now. Sing with me. Easy to sing songs provide fun and meaningful opportunities for singing, moving, and playing. Here we have Show Me a Shape. Shape visuals with photographic images on the front and simple outline shapes on the back offer options for teaching and encouraging shape recognition. ABC time. This portion of the lesson introduces and reviews letter recognition, auditory discrimination, and phonemic and print awareness. Let's discover. Through the presentation of hands-on demonstrations and interactive exploration, children have the opportunity to discover and increase observation skills. And happy habits. These tips provide opportunities for encouraging the children to develop manners, enhance habit and social training, and improve interpersonal relationships. And really, I should have started here, but this is the skills section, and this is crucial to the 2-page spread that we'll see in a little bit. But the skills section is a summary of the lesson, a summary of the lesson focus, and allows the teacher to select and customize the classroom schedule. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. So we have here, I think this is probably going to be a fan favorite, Yummy in My Tummy, cooking and or assembling snacks. Extend the teaching and provide additional hands-on experiences. That goes all the way through at least kindergarten. I think there's Scratch that, I think it goes through like the entire curriculum. There are so many times that my children are like, we need to try this recipe that's in the curriculum. And it's often something really exciting and really yummy. I think there may have been one time that it wasn't so yummy, but usually it's a winner. Let's create. Hands-on, age-appropriate art projects help children develop creative expression and refine fine motor skills and hand-eye coordination. Look up, look down. Creative, purposeful activities engage children in understanding position words and opposites. Colors are fun. Color visuals, rhymes, and other activities make learning in colors an enjoyable and memorable experience. 1, 2, 3, go. Number recognition, counting, sorting, patterning, classification, and sequencing are math skills introduced and encouraged in these activities. Counting balls, number cards, and hands-on learning with shape manipulatives provide additional helps and reinforcement of skills. You'll see a lot of hands-on activities in here. A hop, skip, and a jump. These activities provide opportunities for children to develop fine and gross motor skills, express creative movement, understand directional terms, and participate in social interaction and games. Even if you're using these with siblings, that's a ton of fun. So we have activity packet, and that is something that I will also be showing you later. These student pages provide additional practice or reinforcement of lesson skills. And I love this here too. Read age-appropriate books to children every day. That is so important. We love our library and we love our home library as well. Here we have Tales Around the Barn. I don't want to skip this. Creative stories bring the farm animal friends to life, encouraging listening skills and reinforce unit themes on the 5th day of each week. Now, if you're using a shorter week, say a 2-day week or a 3-day week, you can build that in as well, and we'll go over that in a little bit here. We have here Once Upon a Time, listening, print awareness, picture reading, dramatizations, imitative play, and visual memory are encouraged through recommended theme-related books. Advanced activities. This is really cool. So if you have a child that is just beginning to learn these concepts, then obviously this curriculum is really great for you. But if you have a child that's a little bit familiar with some of these concepts, there are options here for advanced students. Advanced activities, marked with a triangle, indicate that an advanced skill or development is required for all or part of that activity. Determine the individual readiness of the child when selecting from these activities. So nobody knows your child better than you do, so you'll be able to decide whether or not that's a good fit for you. Okay, let's talk a little bit about our scheduling and about teaching time. This curriculum allows for a lot of flexibility. There are options for using it as a 2-day per week schedule all the way up to a 5-day per week schedule. As a parent, you can decide what fits your child's development needs and your family's schedule best. You can even change it up on a week-by-week basis if you really wanted to. I know when my little ones are going through a growth spurt, we need a lot more rest time built into our days. This flexibility also allows you time to take advantage of those teachable moments that happen so often when they are little and really explore their interests. This is a visual that we have listed here. This is the Big Red Barn. The visuals packet is not included in the Pathways to Preschool kit because it's not essential to the course itself. But if you have a dedicated school space, you may want to consider it. I've seen a lot of people that have had this up in their school space as well as other visuals that come in the packet, and it's super cute and the kids are really, really excited to see them up on the walls and to interact with them. And as always, be sure to connect with a Homeworks by Precept consultant so that you can get a great discount and free shipping on that. Okay, let's look at teaching time routines. Now, if I looked at this right away, I might say, well, that's for a classroom. That doesn't really fit my home. But I want to encourage you that these kind of rhymes and songs really do help kids to transition a little bit happier. So if I say, okay, it's time to clean up your toys, go clean up your toys. it's not going to go over as well as if we sing a cleanup song. And I know that sounds a little bit silly. I used to, or maybe it doesn't sound silly, but I used to teach in a preschool, and I never really considered using those preschool habits that I had in my home until my child started having fits, when I just spoke to him like an adult and said, go clean up your toys. But when we learned a couple fun cleanup songs, things went a lot better, and he really enjoys those songs and enjoys singing them with me, so things are a lot happier. So you can see here we have Come to the Red Barn to the tune of Skip to My Lou, and that is a really nice way for you to open your school day, to begin with something really fun, really cheerful, and to get their attention and get them over to you so that you can talk about what you want to talk about with them in a really age-appropriate way. And there are lots of things like that throughout the curriculum. I want to take a minute just to talk about centers. Now, if you are not familiar with what a center is, it's kind of, if you think of a classroom, okay? If you think of a classroom, you have the block section, and you have the dramatic play section where you might see like kitchen toys and, I don't know, a little washing machine, those nice wooden sets that the kids can really play pretend on. That would be a dramatic play area. You might see a building area with Legos. You might see all different centers. Those areas that are actually really intentionally done. You might see a bookshelf. That would be the book center. They're actually really intentionally done by teachers to move children throughout the classroom in an intentional way to get them to cover certain skills that really are just guided play. I just want to emphasize here that this is a huge part, the bulk of what your child's going to be doing as a 3-year-old, or actually this is a very flexible curriculum. You could use it for a 2 or a 4-year-old whenever your child is ready for it. But play is so much of this curriculum. This is not something that you're going to say, okay, sit down and do your workbook. This is definitely not that. And honestly, even the older grades, yeah, they have more book work, but there's so much hands-on built all the way through, all the way up to 12th grade. There's so much hands-on, and it starts here, and it's mostly hands-on stuff right here. So here we have a nice, easy to read lesson plan overview. You can see that there are 12 units, all color-coded. And here we have the beginning of Unit 1. So each unit will have an introduction like this. This is meant for August, through the barnyard gate. And here is something really important. Everything is really important, I guess, but here we have the unit focus. This is something that you really want to zoom in on and take a peek at before you do your planning for the week. So the unit focus will help you to choose which activities you want to incorporate into your month. Likewise, each 2-lesson, 2-page spread has a skills box that you can also use to guide your choices for those days. So all of these cards here are not all meant to be done on every day. You can use your skills box and you can use your unit focus to help you choose which ones you'd like to incorporate into your school days. So here's something on the unit focus that was really exciting to me. They have ideas for field trips. Now, we're homeschoolers. We can do field trips quite often. I know as a teacher, I was really limited in what we could do, and now I can take a field trip every day if I really wanted to, but that might get a little tiring. So we go to farms. We have done that before. We have petting zoos. We have just neighborhood areas where I actually drove by an area with a ton of sheep today. We live in a place where we can be in a city 1 minute, and in 15 minutes we can be in farm country. So that's really an awesome thing. So this helps you to be intentional about your field trips. And there are ideas here for fun special days. Now, this is something, honestly, I'm really not good at. So if I don't have something like this, this is not happening. So I am glad that this is here. Lesson 5, the children should wear red. That might be fun. Oh, we're learning about red today. What color is your shirt? It's red. And then lesson 20, they give you an idea. The children should wear overalls or jeans and bandanas for a special farm day, they should bring a red object to show. So we can also just pick a red toy or something, their favorite object that is red, to talk about during our lessons. So here again, more information here to help you to really plan those centers intentionally. Obviously, we're learning about red. Here we see provide red paint. Okay, I won't read all these to you, but they are all around the unit focus, and they help you build just normal things into your day-to-day life that will help you achieve the goals of this month. Here is our first lesson spread. This is lessons 1 and 2, and you can choose from both of these pages activities to do on day 1, which would be lesson 1, and on the second day, which would be lesson 2. So if you are doing a 5-day schedule, this would obviously be Monday and Tuesday, but if you're doing a shorter week schedule, the front matter of the book shows you, of this teacher's edition, I should say, shows you how to manage that and how to choose these cards appropriately for that shorter week. So here we have in the big red barn, the skills box, everything that I showed you at the beginning of this video is here. And since it's at the very beginning of the teacher's edition, they give you some added helps. So we have here, it's suggested that the teacher purchase a hand puppet such as a gray tabby kitten, which is actually the character Barnabas, to increase participation and encourage and motivate positive behavior. And then they have other notes here. The activities on this 2-day spread are designed for 2 days. Schedule suggestions appear in the front matter, just what I just said. Here we have again the advanced skills section. So we have the symbol, the triangle symbol there indicating that an advanced skill or developmental level is required to complete all or part of that activity. And we just have little helps throughout the book to help you out there. Remember, not all of these activities need to be completed each day. You choose what is best for your child. So we have all of these activities spread out for us, and they're really, really nicely done, so you don't have to recreate the wheel and think of, how am I going to teach my child about a bee? How am I going to teach my child about red? You know, maybe we should do something fun with cooking this week. What should we do? No, it's all right here for you, and I love that as a busy mom. I love that it's right here for you. So here is our last lesson of the week, lesson 5. Again, I'm referring to a 5-day schedule, but you can change that up, obviously. Here we have a story section. So we are going to read this story and we're going to work on our listening skills, okay? So obviously you, the parent, read this to your child, and then there's great comprehension questions for you here to help them to really think about what they've heard and just to lead a discussion with your child. Here we have lessons 6 and 7. I just want to point out here that a copy of One Chicken from Appendix, page A15, is needed for each child. So the appendix is in this teacher's edition. You just flip to the back, and if you have a combination printer, I actually have a printer, copier, fax machine. Super helpful as a homeschool mom and as a small business owner to have one of those. So you can just print those off for yourself and your child and have them all ready to go. Here we have lessons 8 and 9. And I just want to point out to you here the activity packet. We're going to need activity packet page 2. And in a little bit here, I will show you that activity packet. It does come in your kit. And you will see that these lessons do have activity packet pages on them. And like I said, this is not a workbook heavy preschool curriculum. This is very light on the seat work per se. There's a lot of get up and move activities, and it's really a play-based curriculum. Again, we have Tales Around the Barn with comprehension questions. And I already see the critical thinking skills built right into these questions. We have our skills here for the 2-day spread here. Remember, you can choose from any of these for the lessons 11 and lesson 12. We have our activity packet. And it really just goes pretty similarly all the way through. See, they have these fun puppets here. My kids love those kind of puppets. Oh, I do want to point out here, Farmerdillo. This is so cute. This is a Journey Forth book, so if you do not have that on hand, you can talk to your Homeworks by Precept consultant to grab that for you, and we can always give you a discount on it, of course, and free shipping. So I would definitely encourage you to grab up some of those great Journey Forth books because they are super cute and they really encourage a love of reading. So I know my kids are always excited to see my Journey Forth books. And here we have Unit 2. All right, I just want to take you on a quick tour through the appendix. We have table of contents here. These 2 pages are Bible action truths. These are not for you to teach directly to your child. They would be way over your child's head at 2 or 3. But this is for you to go over and to kind of get into your mind, to implement into your parenting and into your just into your family's life in general. So these are things that are taught more in depth in the older years, but this is really for you, the parent. And again, we have Bible promises. And these are, all of these things, the Bible action truths and the Bible promises, are things that I teach to my children, but they're not taught in this manner. They're taught in a much more age-appropriate manner. And this is just a guide to help you get that into your mind, to get those creative juices flowing. Like, how can I actually bring this into a conversation with my 3-year-old? Of course, Christ is a friend. That's a really easy one to grab onto for a 3-year-old. So that is there for you. And we have these great reproducible sheets here. This is the 5-day lesson plan. You can copy that, and even if you're a planner girl like me, you can bind that into a different kind of a binder and just make your own lesson plans for the year. And then we have 4-day lesson plans and 3-day lesson plans and 2-day lesson plans. So we have these fun rhymes here. Barnabas, the color of the day rhyme. What's the weather? And Dilly Duck. We have Clara Cow for our shape rhyme. Pinky Pig, and Hattie Hen for the number rhyme. Here we have little poems for each of the units. We have a red poem, a brown poem, a yellow poem. Very cute, and they each have hand movements and fun things for you to do with your children to make them really fun and engaged. We have them all the way through all the units here. And here we have the precursive alphabet and numbers, and I just want to take a second to talk about this. So this is a font, basically, that BJU Press uses, and I wasn't sure about it at first. I said, well, that doesn't look like how I learned to write my print letters. But you know what? My kids have used this, and it is absolutely excellent, because guess what happens? They have, first of all, beautiful handwriting, and second of all, they move from this kind of handwriting from print, which is actually, this is actually pre-cursive, over to cursive very, very easily. I have not had a child yet that has struggled with cursive, and one of my children really does struggle with writing in general because of potentially dysgraphia. So this is something that I have been very thankful for. We love the precursive letters. And here we move right into those reproducibles. We have all kinds of wonderful reproducibles. I can see painting and coloring and sticking fun things on these. You can get very creative, and of course the curriculum will walk you through that as well. They'll give you directions for each of these. We have something very fun here, our weather tracker. And there's activities like that throughout. I am just grabbing bunches of paper here. There are so many of these great visuals here and great activity pages. This is not the activity packet. I just want to remind you this is just the appendix of the teacher's edition. So there's even more in store to see. So that is your teacher's edition, and I will show you the activity packet next. Here is the activity packet for Pathways to Preschool. And you can see it's got the same cover, and we actually have, I want to show you this. This is what you call an open binding, and you'll see this in a lot of BJU Press materials for elementary school. It is specifically designed for you to be able to tear these pages out very, very easily. Now, of course, I won't demonstrate, but they are super, super easy to rip out, so you don't have to worry about making it really difficult on yourself to prepare your child's work each day. So here we have activity pages that all go along with lessons. Each page will say what lesson they go with, and in the teacher's edition, they will tell you exactly what activity page. This is page 23. They're all numbered. And there's a nice little spot for you to write your child's name on them. So if you're like me, you have multiple children, and you like to have these little keepsakes, portfolios. Really nice full color pages for your child to complete. There's our famous big red barn. And then we move on to these harder pages. I was really excited to find these here. So these are actually pop out. So you don't have to worry about coloring and laminating and anything like that. When you want to make your puppets, you have all of the materials right here, and there are other sequencing pages here that we have, and these are all really hard. I don't know if you can hear that or tell, but these are very durable and very easy to pop out. And I mean, aren't they cute? They're so cute. I'm sure my kiddos would be super excited to receive this. And that's about it. We have these hard pages and the activity pages, and then so that is your activity packet. I hope you enjoyed your look inside of Pathways to Preschool. Be sure to contact your Homeworks by Precept consultant for the best deals and year-round homeschool support.